language. If you think that adjective pronoun in front of you is a noun, you're wrong. It means you're not in the right time and space. If you're not in the right time and space, you suffer the consequence of fiction.
Okay, so we are pretty much going full circle then. So what is the whole point of the Constitution?
The point of the Constitution was a ruse against the people. The fiction of the language goes back 8,500 years. Since man ever put anything to stone, papyrus, paper, it's all been BS and nobody owns anything. It's called a condition of state, which means corrupt from the beginning.
Wow. So
all your titles and all the things that you bought for your house, your title's in a box. Title of your house is in a box, four-corner box, ain't bracketing. Anything within a enclosed space could not be considered. Next, they just disqualify the paper. It's written in adverb verb. It says now they get a blank piece of paper for a judge to opinionate his determination because nobody knows how to read and write.
Wow, man, you're killing me. You're killing my world.
Well, I'm giving you the facts.
No, I want the facts. That's absolutely fine. But now I'm in a world of McDonald's Playland balls of facts, and now I'm trying to find where all the red ones are, I guess.
No, you're exactly right. Up until this moment, you've been in fiction from the time you were born to right now. If you remember, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you say you do banking, right?
Right.
Okay, you move money, right? That's what you do. You're a banker.
Right.
You move money from this position to that position. Well, why is it when you move money, they call it a deposit? DE means no position, so you no position money for people so they can't get to it?
Very, very correct.
So you may well be able to do what you do, go through the moves and do what you do, but because of the dumbed-down education that we were given, none of us can write down on a paper as a claim that we can do anything.
Okay, so I'm so sorry to beat a dead horse. So the court filings, when I get a ticket of anything whatsoever, instead of trying to do common law or free man, I should accept I should have normal plates. I should have my registration. I should pay for this stuff like normal, but then just
Yes.
okay, but then just go after them afterward.
No. The world of fiction wants everybody to look like everybody else.
Okay.
So you're not going to get away with putting different identification numbers on your car. You're just not going to get away with it. The fact of the matter is you don't own your car. You never will own your car. It's being controlled by the state. If you have a certificate of title, right?
Yes.
Certificate means there's two people on it. That's what certification is. One person's opinion, two people's certification, three people's authorization, four people's class action.
Okay, I'm following you.
Who's the other party who owns the car if you're the only name on that title?
The state.
The state.
So that's with the deed to the house.
Riding on the asphalt roads out here, right?
Right.
Those are asphalt on top of dirt is a vessel in dry dock. You're taking your fiction vessel, driving it on their fiction vessel in dry dock with all the taxes that paid for it. They created the infrastructure so they can tell you what to do.
So because they created this environment, they have rule over us. Meaning, if I want my own environment, I have to go create my own environment. I have to create my own rules, my own country. I mean, how does that mean? How does a man or a human? How do you leave this system if it's so beautifully set up?
Title 42 is the only way to do it because Title 42 is the Constitution. It has all your rules in it. The laws of your flag. The laws are to be correct. The laws for correct sentence structure. The law for correct methodology. Procedure. That's all written down. Until this point, until you've done a 42, you don't have any rights. You don't have a Constitution. You never signed for anything.
So.
You never signed on for any rights. You have the only way you can get what you want in this world is you must contract for it. Paper controls all things. That's how you keep what you hold. The reason you can't keep what you hold is because everything's written in an adverb verb and they're going to have an attorney harvest you for it. You get a divorce, the first thing they want to know is how much money your wife and you have in the accounts so they know how many billable hours it takes to get it.
Wow.
It's just that simple. They did it through language. The district, okay, we use a syllabic language. We use syllables in our language. Codified in the syllables of our entire language is our entire world history. So now you went to a district school, but the thing is, I would suspect that you were never told what the word district means.
Right.
District is dis, which means demon god of the underworld, of the trickery in the court. That's what it is. So you went to a demon god school, you had a demon god attorney for a demon god federal court. It's all crap.
Oh, son of a bitch.
You know, they use words like international. Everybody thinks international means some kind of universal citizenry. That's not what it means. IN means no, TER means earth, NAT from a national comes from nativity. So you're a no-earth native. How can you possibly be a no-earth native?
Yeah, it's a double negative. You can't do that.
You can't perform a negative. You can only perform positives. All contracts are positive performance. Every one of them.
Oh.
That's why the law starts with no person shall, to make sure that everybody starts in the negative to begin with. So they vacate their position.
And do they know this? I mean, do
Yeah,
these...
right, they do.
Oh, my God. That's why the judge had a little damn smirk on her face when she was saying she was giving me the opportunity. And I'm like, God, you know how stupid you make me feel?
It's word games operating. Any word that you see with a vowel two consonants correct, no. It's a negative performance. So I'm giving you the opportunity to spell the word OPP.
Right.
So she's giving you the negative contract. She wants you to step into the negative contract. So she has video over you, and you did.
God damn it. All right. Is there a positive? Let's ask that. Is there a positive way to at all be in this system? Okay, so our parents sign us away at birth via the birth certificate. Now I'm a dead vessel. Is that correct? I'm now a dead vessel because my parents signed me away, and
Okay. You have two identities.
right.
What I mean by that is when you're standing in front of a judge, he cannot read your mind. Therefore, all things that you say must be on paper. That's one rule. So when a judge is looking at you, you're thinking yourself as a person, what you think your condition of thinking. He can't see that. The judge can only see his vessel in front of him. And that vessel in front of him has a driver license, a fiction, adjective, pronoun, driver license, with a known to gear on it. So all he knows is there's a dead person in front of him. That's it. So you can sit there and argue oral argument all day long. There's no such thing as oral contract, is there?
Right.
So you can sit there. They'll give you the opportunity to say what you want, but every time you say yes, they'll say no. Every time you say no, they would say yes. How do you win in that scenario?
Yeah, you can't. So you have to have paperwork. You have to just keep going with paperwork.
That's correct. The first thing that you need, now your question to me, and I'm going to go back to this point, and I will answer it for you. Your question to me is, all your shit's papers are written in adverb verb, created you as a dead person. How do you get out of that? The answer is you create a claim of a live life. Written correct set of structured communication parts, a syntax, grammar. And then once you have that, then you will be a live life on paper and then have the capacity to make further claims.
Okay, so how do I go about doing that?
The claim of the live life you can pull off the Duke's website.
Okay, claim of the live life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I fill that out, and then I got to go through the. See, now I'm more confused because the state is the one that notarizes these things. How do I make it?
You don't have the state notarize them. Everything's working under copyright. So do you know how to do a poor man's copyright?
Sign the stamp and put the stamp and authorize it on the back.
Well, you have to autograph the stamp on the front. You have to autograph at the bottom of the page. You have to provide forensic evidence, culture, blood from your vessel. It shows the DNA genetics related to the vessel. The autograph on the back of it, fingerprint, do all that, and you put a registered mail number on it. You send that to yourself, and that becomes your claim. That registered mail stickers are actually claim numbers. Back in the 1800s and before, when people discovered gold and silver, they didn't register their claims at the courthouse. They registered them at the post office. Everything's postal.
Right. Okay. I'm trying to think if I possibly could have any more questions. So I have, yeah. Oh my God! Like, I don't know. How did you figure this out? How old were you when you first started this, if you don't mind me asking?
I was 26 or 27.
All right, I'm 31 now. How did your experiences go in the beginning of this? Like, did you start with the free man theory thing and
No.
no?
What happened was, is I, this way back, years, I had a DUI and hadn't taken care of it for like 10 years, just didn't give a shit, didn't do anything about it. And then I got yanked up on it 10 years later, so I go into court and say, I researched the law, just like you.
Yeah.
I researched the law, did statute of limitations, all that BS. And I said, you know what, Your Honor, statute of limitations says this, 7 years, you guys have lost, jurisdiction for it. I didn't know at that point in time jurisdiction means no. But anyhow, I said, gives you good cause to dismiss the case, blah, blah, blah. And then on top of that, my ticket, when you sign a ticket, there's a top copy, middle copy, and a bottom copy. One comes to you, the other two, one goes to the officer, one goes to the judge. When I got to court, the police officer's ticket and the police officer's ticket he had, and the ticket that the judge had did not match my ticket. It was altered.
Okay.
And that's a Class D felony. And I told the judge, Class D felony, it's altered. We even went and got a certified copy of the damn thing. I said, Your Honor, so in good conscience, you can dismiss this case. And the judge looked at me and says, you're absolutely correct, Mr. Mueller. However, here it is not significant.
Wow.
And I said, that was the moment in my mind, in my life, that I said, perhaps I don't know what the word significant means. It must be language. I was right. Significant, yes, means SI, which means the similarity. You can only have originals in a court, correct?
Right.
Original evidence, original everything.
Right.
What he was telling me is, yes, Mr. Mueller, you're absolutely correct. However, you're giving me a fact, and I can't take a fact. I can only take a fiction. Guilty.
Oh, because you cannot try fact in court. That's what it was. Oh, fuck! God, dude!
That's what happened, and I was completely disillusioned and quite honestly very heartbroken that the system, something was wrong. And that was the moment in my life. Now, interestingly, 5 years previous, I heard a little 5-minute thing on the radio about David Miller and Title 42. That's what popped in my mind when the judge said it's not significant, guilty. David's technology popped into my mind 5 years later, and I called him up on the phone, and I went and I took it from there and ran. When I went to his first seminar, I was like everybody else. I looked at it and said, I have no idea what this is, but I was different. I said, I don't know what it is, but that's it. That's the only way you could have enslaved the entire world is through language. It's the only way you could have done it.
Wow.
And then not know.
Okay, so with people, see, I have a pretty big group on Facebook. All the Sovereign Tactics websites and whatnot. What should I do going forward, trying to help them out?
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Most people are so stuck in their fiction that they'll die for it.
Right. I agree. I mean,
they'll fight to the death for their fiction. A good example of that would be somebody in the military.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So going forward with shit, I mean, there really is. So you've literally brought me full circle to now. I'm going to be telling people, no, go ahead and keep the registration on your vehicle and keep your license, or do the title.
Yeah, absolutely. But what you can do with your driver license, I can mail you a business card, and you put my business card on your driver license. You put a flag on it, a stamp on it, you autograph across it, fingerprint, and that creates you as the postmaster with knowledge. Title 42, 1986, stop it, correct, wrong, that you know that this is a piece of plastic, and you can run the numbers and prove it's fraud.
Okay. Okay, I will definitely do that. I'm just still lost at what's the point then of. I don't get it, man. What's the point of this? Of registering your vehicle and buying and purchasing the license and all this stuff when I'm not of their system if I'm carrying your thing with the flag on it?
Because you can't
So what?
You
Oh,
parallel with fiction.
okay. So what I'll be doing then is that I'll be just running alongside them, but I'll be a living person rather than a dead fictional character, the straw man.
Well, it's not a straw man, but you'd rather than being a known character, correct? Stay away from straw man. That UCC stuff, you'll go to jail for a very, very long time.
Okay. Okay.
The UCC straw man was created by Janet Reno to trick U.S. citizens into jail.
Wow. Okay. So that's actually very important. Can you elaborate on that a little bit for me? I have a lot of people that are filing UCC codes against the courts and whatnot. I mean, all over the world, in Canada. I mean.
Yeah, they're doing it all over the planet. They absolutely are, and they're making bigger and bigger jails to take care of it too.
So, what should they do?
Not do it at all. In the first place, it's an adverb-verb scenario. Why would you support the adverb-verb? Second place, we're talking about moving money in bonds. These guys aren't feds. They're not the federal government. They have no authorization to move money, and they're confessing that they're doing so.
Oh, Jesus.
Big facts?
I'm not going to get killed for this, am I? For this.
No, because this is what you're really talking about is a math problem.
Right.
What I mean by that is the universe knows the difference between fact and fiction. The universe does. Our planet is so steeped in fiction, it's merely a math problem, and the math will get rid of the fiction. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
And remember, people are getting in trouble with straw man. People are getting in trouble with using adverb-verb. The reason they're getting in trouble with adverb-verb is because they volunteered for it. When you get cited by court, you get a ticket, you pay this fine, or you do all these things, and you use fiction and all that, you're joining the pirates. The only thing you're there to do is participate in your own robbery.
Wow.
The courts cannot take from you if you don't join. They can't. Because it's pirate law. Pirate law, you must join us before we can take you.
Okay, so when I do the claim of Title 42, the claim of life, the live life claim, and I have a altercation with a police officer in the future, how does that proceeding work, even though I have the stamp and your business card?
Okay. What'll happen most of the time, what'll happen is they'll look, see your business card on it, and know that you're a student. Depending on what you've done, 90% of the time they'll say, thank you, have a nice day, leave you alone. But remember, they're safety inspectors. The only reason a police officer is going to pull you over is for a safety issue. So if you don't do any safety violations, you're not going to get pulled over.
Okay, so what if I just... So I have my own license plate that says not for hire, so that's obviously not a safety violation, or is that considered part of it?
When you say that you have your own license, is it the license given? Is it the license number from the state?
No, it's not. It's my own words that I've printed out.
You're going to get in trouble with that eventually. Give it time.
Okay, so that's what I was getting at. I should take that off, get the state... So do I need to pay for registration? Or just have the state license plate?
Well, you pay for your registration, you pay for your insurance, you do what they want you to look like everybody else in the world, and it's a bigger picture than that.
Okay.
The driver license is an adverb-verb, that's true. The test that you took is an adverb-verb, that's true. But the question on the table is what you learn, regardless of it as being adverb-verb, is it the thing that gave you the capacity to operate a vehicle with the capacity to do it with safety? Somebody had to teach you how to drive safely. It's not something you learned on your own.
Right. Okay.
So it's valuable to have those things. You don't want people out there that don't have not passed an exam to be doing things they can't pass an exam for.
I agree.
You don't want Joe Schmo, garden raker, sweating the fittings for your plumbing.
Right, I understand. Yeah, I agree with that. But here's another question. Like a lot of guys will say that, oh, I'm born of this planet. I've learned on my own how to drive, and I'm traveling in my vehicle, or I'm traveling in my private transportation. if I'm not committing harm and I am capable of traveling and driving in my vehicle, how does that? I mean, if there's people that are fully capable of not speeding, not committing a crime, not harming another, but just simply don't have these things that are not harming anybody, how is that different than proving? Why do I have to prove to the state that I'm capable of doing something?
Because it's a public safety issue. You have to have credentials that say that you can do specific things, that you have specific skill sets
Now,
that allow you to do things correct.
Who's requiring this knowledge? I mean, like, if somebody, why is it that the state needs to know that I'm capable of doing these things when I've never proved that I'm not capable of them?
Okay, if you happen to get in a car accident, you don't have insurance, you never took a test to prove the state that you took a test, that means you have to publish your volition. You have to publish what you know. And that's part of what you know. If you have a driver license or some type of licensing allows you to be a plumber, that means you're qualified to do so. You took an exam to do it. That's public safety. If I have somebody that's sweating pipes on my house who's not a plumber and catches my house on fire, that's a public safety issue. You can kill people in the house, you can kill the neighbors with the fire, that's public safety. You can't have it.
So my whole 4 years of being, quote, against the government, you just flushed down the toilet.
No, I'm not flushing it down the toilet. What I'm saying is that you need to operate and conduct yourself with knowledge.
Okay, I agree fully. Now here's the question: is what knowledge? Because there's so much knowledge out there. That's what I'm, you know what I mean? That's kind of why I'm actually on the phone with you. That's why I'm seeking answers, because I want knowledge. And how do I know what knowledge is correct? I mean, there's been years of this free man thing. Everybody with the tiniest thing of claim of right and all of these little tidbits of paper that are fiction. I agree, yes, they're fiction. But now we have two systems.
The answer to your question is, the correct sentence, structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar claims a duty. Duty means contract. To be correct. That means any information that you see from our website with correct sentence, structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar cannot be a lie. If it's a lie, we get prosecuted for treason against our own contracts. Period. So we can't lie to you. I can't use this technology to lie to you. All I can do is use this technology to educate you, because the problems in the world are an issue of education.
Okay.
Everything's education. It's the difference between, that's what knowledge is. It's the difference between knowing what's right and what's wrong, love and hate.
Right, so by getting a driver's license and registration, am I not kind of incriminating myself, or just proving to the government that
No, that's why you put a stamp and my business card on top of it, because it means that you're a student that's educating yourself with respect to conducting your vessel correct. And that means that there's a constitution behind that flag, correct sentence, structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar. All the rules are there.
Okay, so
they're going to cut, because if the police officer pulls you over, he's actually contracting with you, right? Anytime two signatures come together on a piece of paper, it's contract. You sign the ticket and he signs the ticket, you just made corporate.
right. So what if I just choose not to sign the ticket?
If you choose not to sign the ticket, they'll throw you in jail for not getting your identity on a piece of paper, and in 3 days you'll be in front of a judge.
Right, but isn't that also kidnapping?
No, because you never identified yourself. You're required to identify your vessel. You didn't. You can't hide your volition. So identification is about IDENTI is about being used as single syllable, so it means no identification.
Okay, so let's do a run through just for my brain housing group. I get pulled over and I say my government name is Joseph Leon Nicholas, but I am known as colon Joseph Leon of the Nicholas family, and then so on and so forth. I go and I say, I'm not obligated by contract to answer any of your questions. Because I do not.
That's not true.
Okay.
It's
It's not true because I'm on the public road.
Officer, that's the worst thing that anybody can do. Give him your paperwork, give him your registration, give him your insurance. That's what you're supposed to have.
Right.
So you give him that. He's either going to give you the ticket or not give you the ticket. That's it. There's no argument there.
Okay. Now this is all coming to fact, or I guess reality, because I am on the public roads, right?
Basically what it is you're having to throw your blue chip into the infrastructure they created. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So because they created the infrastructure and I didn't, I am actually obligated to be a party to it.
Well, yes, the court is where you split hairs. Are you obligated, are you compelled to not damage anybody on the planet? Yes. Is an officer compelled to deal with issues of safety? Yes. Is it legal for an officer to deal with issues of safety using fraudulent parts and syntax grammar? No.
So what they're doing by writing me the ticket, that is fraud because the ticket is not syntax. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so okay. So this is what I'm getting. I think I'm getting. So this is what I'm getting. When I get stopped, I'll go ahead and I'll oblige to their rules via the driver's license and my registration and my vehicle payments, all this stuff. I will oblige to their rules, okay? But at the time of the ticket, I will then countersue every claim with fraudulent, the Title 42.
That's correct. You can do that. Yes.
Okay, so all of my legal issues will then be under Title 42. I am my own person, or I'm my own living vessel. Is that correct?
You would be a monographic fingerprint across the stamp. It makes you postmaster, baker, and judge. Postmaster for what? Because you're conveying the message with that postage stamp. That postage stamp is gold and silver. Your judge position is because you would know what syntax is, and therefore you'd be able to stop and correct under Title 42, 1986 knowledge of law to point out the language was fraudulent and they're trying to take money for it, which is banking fraud.
Oh, wow.
If you get a ticket by these stupid cameras that they do all the time,
Right.
okay, it's still banking fraud, but more than that, it's wire fraud. It's an electronic device to fraudulent parts and syntax grammar to get money.
Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. That's
It's all about language. It has nothing to do with anything else. If you get a ticket that says something to the effect of speeding ticket, you don't jump into a subject matter argument. If you think that says speeding ticket, you lose. It says nothing. The only thing that you know is they're trying to get money using fraud. That's it. That's the only thing on the table.
Oh.
That's all there is. It's syntax. And everybody in government is guilty of a $25 million fine for making fraud and misleading statements.
Okay, so if I close, is it even possible to close the account, or, yeah, I mean, they had created an account with my birth certificate, correct?
I don't know so much about that stuff. There's ideas about that, treasury direct accounts and stuff like that. I get that. That's through Social Security. But other than that, I mean, I don't know much more than that. What you're wanting to do is, if you're going after them for fraud and they took money from you, I mean, that's the only thing on the table. You can't go back and talk about Social Security card because it's an adverb verb. Can't talk about treasury direct accounts because that's a pronoun, negative pronoun. You can't step on the landmine. The landmine is if you think that says something. If I write letters D-O-G on a piece of paper by itself, if you think that says dog, you lose because it doesn't.
Right, because it came out of your mind, and I don't know what is in your mind.
No, even if I write D-O-G on a piece of paper, syntactically, it's a pronoun. P-R-O means no, N-O means no, and U-N means no. No,
Okay. Okay. So aren't these things pretty much all connected then? I mean, the way the government set up my birth certificate, the social security number, they're taking money from me in court. If I want to go after them, I'm going to be going after them under the live person, or should I be going under them as the fiction person? Because this is kind of interesting.
No, you'd be going after them as a live with the capacity to make the claim.
Okay. Okay. So the birth certificate then, that's also fraud because they created.
Absolutely.
Okay. So can I actually get your services to? Because what does that mean? If I have a birth certificate, I have to be under their authority, correct?
No, not like that. It just means, okay, the purpose for the birth certificate is they capitalized your name on it. The purpose for that was to create you a dead person, so anytime you show up to court, what courts do dead people go to?
Right.
They go to probate. So your state court, district courts, county court, coordinated court, those are all for known to air people. So they're not state courts or federal courts. They're probate courts. Because that's where all dead people go.
Wow, man. Wow. This is...
The answer to your question is, don't argue with the cop. Give
Right.
him your ship's papers and do your fine hair splitting in the court. So I got a question for you. It's going to ask you, where's the court?
That's a good question. I would say in Riverside.
And you lose.
Right, because...
The court is the paperwork.
Right.
The place in Riverside is just a building. It's just a bunch of bricks. The court is the paperwork.
Okay.
So their paperwork's written in an adverb verb. There's no such thing as an adverb verb court. It's an illusion.
Right.
Don't give it any breath.
Right, and so how they get me to comply is because I've signed an agreement to adhere to their contracts, and since I adhere...
Volunteered.
Yeah, so I volunteered. Now, this is kind of, I think what I'm getting at is, let's say I don't want to volunteer and just, and what you say, don't confront the cop. I don't want to confront the cop. I want to be at peace and just
The
be...
answer to your question is, if you get a ticket in front of you, you put a left bracket and a right bracket and write your name correct in the middle of that bracket.
Roger, see, that's good information. Left bracket, right bracket, and my name the way it is, or the way that you guys write it.
The way that we write it, you want to write it correct. Remember, four-corner boxing and back bracketing cannot be considered. Therefore, you didn't join contract.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, that's the little stuff that just makes a world of difference.
Yes.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. You have to know what you're doing. You can't half do it.
Okay, so when can I come and sit down for 5 weeks at one of your boot camps or seminars?
Honestly, if you want to come up and have lunch up here in town, I don't mind.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. I would love to meet you soon. This has been an awakening, man, a complete awakening and eye-opening. I'm actually, my whole life, I'm just trying to help people. That's all I want to do, is I want to help people come out of the egoic system that they live in within themselves. And then I'm trying to do that myself, and I also want to help people get out of this fraudulent system that they volunteer themselves for. And it has nothing to do with me personally. It's just this. There's two systems happening, and people only really know of one. And I just, I appreciate all the help, and I can't thank you enough.
No, not a problem. That's my job.
Okay, great. Okay, so I do appreciate it. Thank you again. And if I have any more questions, am I allowed to call?
Anytime.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, talk to you.
All right, bye. All right, that was crazy, right? That was crazy. So, talk about full circle. I don't know. Dean, you spent 26 days in jail, man. I don't know if what you're doing was worth 26 days in jail, but I know, man, if I go to jail, bad stuff's going to happen, and I probably won't get out. So, you know, all you guys doing the free man thing, I get it, but you heard from a judge, okay, not a guy that's in a movement, not a guy that thinks he knows something, and not some random guy that just started reading a bunch of stuff. This guy's been doing this for 30-something years. So, you know, I'm not the one to say what to do for anybody. Everybody is just like me. They're trying to seek knowledge. That's it. They're seeking the best way to defend themselves over this government-controlled, corporated system. So, you need knowledge. You need this knowledge. You know, it's funny because he even told me before we started recording that guilty actually means knowledge, which is very strange. So, you know, it's a lot of this stuff resonates with me, and it hits home pretty well. I believe him because of my spiritual path. I believe him. In the corporeal world, in the corporeal path, where you guys are fighting here fiction, you have to fight fiction with fiction. You can't fight fiction with fact. You see how there's two separate things there. There's fiction with fiction. You could do that. But you can't fight fiction and fact. Those are two different things. You cannot try fact in court. So, you have to know your fiction game, I guess, so well that you can overcome it. And I think what's happening is the judges and the cops, they don't know this system. I think they may know of a certain system, or they may know of it. I don't know, they may know some of it. But, yeah, I'm at a loss for words, and that rarely happens. So, let's pray this uploads, and, you know, I would suggest everybody start studying quantum syntax grammar and language. You know, you got to study fact, because the world we live in is fiction. It's all fiction. So, you know, it's a life changer. That's it. It's a life changer. So, if you get a ticket, I would become a student of his, or David Wynn Miller's, or any of these guys. Become a student, and then that's how we create our own structure. But for now, the pirates, which they're pirates. They own the vessel. They own your vessel. They own this entire vessel that you're living in. The box that you live in wasn't built by you. So since the box you're living in wasn't built by you, it was built by the company who allowed that box to be built. And since that box was allowed to be built by that company that you were living in, you now have to adhere to their rules of that box. So fuck me. You know, sometimes it feels like hope is lost, and I get that, but you have to understand that right before death, right before immediate death, a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. So, I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm ready.